Hey y'all, we are going to open a cupcake polish package today. Super duper excited to get into this. This was sent to me by Cupcake Polish to show off to all of y'all. Hello Laura. This is the Apres, it has an S on it, ski collection. Hello Rosalia from Cupcake Polish. It is a 5-piece magnetic shimmer collection. Hey Lizmo. I'm very, very excited to show this off. Hello Maria and Jen. It is Saturday, I think. Yes, it is Saturday. Y'all, I don't even know. I never know. Not having a normal, like, Monday through Friday, like I don't know what day it is anymore. I used to have we used to work a certain shift at the shop every week, and that was like my reset day, so I knew. And we don't do that anymore. We're not really scheduled at the shop anymore. We go down for coverage and for helping and dropping stuff off, picking stuff up, that kind of stuff, but it's random when we do that, so I don't know what day it is. I never know what day it is. Rosalia says, I missed your videos of Colors to Carol, but I bought them anyways. Oh, well, I hope you love them. I think they're fabulous. I have been posting them. I finished all of the Written in Petals, that quad. Hello, Crystal. I finished posting those yesterday, and then I've been posting the Soft Reset. I think that's what the new Winter Corelli's collection is. I've been posting that today. I believe I still have 2 more of those to post, but they're fantastic, so I hope that you love them as much as I do. Hi, Danny Nix. Deannie? Oh boy, I think I do this every time I see your name. Deanix? Let me know, please. I hate saying it wrong. But yes, I hope you love those, Rosalia. Oh, I was like, what day it is? It's Saturday, I believe, which means it's a sip and swatch day. So if you're new here, a sip and swatch here just means we grab our favorite beverage and we get cozy while we go through these polishes. I am sticking with water because I did have a latte this afternoon, was decaf, but that doesn't mean a whole lot for me. So we'll see how chatty and hectic this live gets because of that. But because I've already had all that sugar today, I'm just going to drink water tonight. But you can drink your favorite beverage, whether alcoholic or not, caffeinated or decaf, whatever you like. And yeah, so I'm very excited to get into this. Jen says, yes, it's Saturday, chuckle. It is. I swear, I don't know what it is. It doesn't help that I hung out with my sister last night. We were doing a craft project that we've actually been like trying to do for almost 2 years now. So we finally did it last night, and I was up until 2 o'clock this morning doing it. I didn't even realize it was that late. And y'all, I'm usually in bed by like 11. So, yeah, it was a long night, so I really don't know what day it is. Jen says coffee tonight. Ooh, not Diet Coke. We're drinking coffee tonight. All right. Yes, so Cupcake Polish, I'm saying Apres ski collection. It could be a Apres ski collection. I don't know, y'all. It comes out January 23rd. I don't know a time. Here's the fun thing. I don't know a lot. Hi, Frida. Yes, I don't know a lot about this collection. I know it is a 5-piece magnetic shimmer collection. So we have 5 polishes, 5 magnetic polishes to show off tonight. So that's going to be fun with juggling and glowing margaritas. But we're going to do it. And that's all I know. I don't know how much these are. I don't know when they release. I just know January 23rd, they are coming. And that we're going to open them and see them together tonight. So that's what we got. So let's go ahead and open this package, which had a kind of whole fun situation. Apparently Cupcake has a new postmaster at their local place, and he has them labeling them as hazmat, which I have never seen that written on a thing. It even gets like a hazmat sticker. And my post office said, no, we're not delivering that. I received a text that said it's out for delivery. And then 2 hours later, I received a come pick it up. And when I went to pick it up, they couldn't find it. And then when I got home, there was the letter in my mailbox that just said hazmat. You have to come to the post office. And then the guy was like, yeah, you can't ship hazmat items in a bubble mailer. And I was like, but I didn't ship it. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, I'll let you have it. So I let Sarah know that happened. But that was the whole thing. Yeah, they were just like, you can't do that. And I'm like, but why are you telling me? I didn't ship this. So for anyone who does ship hazmat materials, you can't ship in a bubble mailer. There's something new. There is a fact today. We learn something new every day. There is a fact. Elizabeth says that's so odd, isn't it? And like the fact that he has her labeling them as hazmat is weird to me because like typically I have always been told that as long as they go ground, it doesn't matter. Like you just have to make sure that it gets labeled as a ground shipment so it doesn't fly. But I don't know, y'all. It's so weird. Liz says, I don't know how mine came, but I think mine had that sticker on it too. Maybe your mail people were like, we don't care. I don't know. It was so weird. I've never had that happen before, but that's a fun thing I learned now. So hazmat materials cannot go in bubble mailers. All right, let's get into this. Lizmo says it came with regular USPS though. So yeah, my postman just said, no, I'm not doing this. So I don't know. It was weird. Also my box is open, so that's convenient. I don't have to pop anything. Ooh, really quick, before we get started, I do want to mention, I had someone ask me in a YouTube comment, what my polishes were, and, that she had other videos she was curious of too. And I kind of think, like, at the beginning of my videos, I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing, and then I'm going to try, if the ADD remembers, to put that in my descriptions as well. Hello, Melissa, so that, like, then that way you'll know if you watch the video. So I'm currently wearing 2 LOUD Babbs polishes. They are both from the new The Night Remembers collection that just launched. My left hand, which is the purple lavender hollow reflective, is Lyra. And then my right hand is Medusa, which is a green magnetic. So saying those now because I do like the idea of that. And then that way anyone watching automatically knows, or it is in the video. And then, like I said, hopefully I will remember to put that in the description box. But all right, now we're going to get into these gorgeous polishes. Melissa, since you just popped in, we are opening Cupcake Polishes Apres. There's an S on it. I don't know. Ski collection. It is a 5 polish collection of magnetic shimmers. Hello, Jess. You're just in time. We're opening the first box. First up, ooh, and it's a blue, Jess. You really are just in time. This is Alpine Glow, and it is a beautiful, like, powdery blue. And then it's got, you can see the shimmery blue glow to it. We are jam-packed full of hollow here, I think. Let me put the flash on it. Those look like hollow flakies to me. Hello, flashlight phone. Do the things. Okay. I can't tell if we're hollow or if we're just silver flakes. I feel like we're just silver flakes, but I am not sure, y'all. We'll definitely look at it closer up too. And then of course it is a magnetic because the whole collection is magnetic. Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay. So it is definitely not hollow because I think it's just the silver magnetic pigment. Yes. Okay. So we have this gorgeous blue base. It's like a cornflower powder blue base. And then you have that blue shimmer and then the gorgeous silver magnetic shimmer or pigment, whatever you want to call that. Magnetic line is definitely all the silver in there. It's stunning. Honestly, I think this is going to be so gorgeous on its own. But then with that magnetic line, yes, please. So pretty. It's got like an icy kind of vibe to it, which makes sense. It is the Apres ski collection or Apres. I don't know, y'all. I don't have any clue. Crystal says pretty. Ooh, Crystal, are you cooking tonight? What are you cooking tonight? I'm always so intrigued. Like, I'm just curious what everybody's doing. Melissa says that's gorgeous. Yes. Jess says, isn't it gorgeous? Okay. Next we have green. I am using my cuticle pusher to open boxes. Not that I have nails to break on them, but you know, we still gotta follow rules. This is Lift Ticket. So again, we have that silver magnetic, which I just love the way that covers it. It makes it very frosty when it's not magnetized. But then you can see the green glow through it. I am going to go ahead and do the magnetic because that allows us to see the base better. Crystal says, no, tonight we ordered fajitas. Hub is out picking them up. Ooh, that sounds yummy. We went to Mexican last night and I was craving burrito tacos. So that's what I got. And then my husband got a burrito quesadilla. Well, they called it a burrito pizza. It was pretty much a burrito quesadilla. And then my sister, like, went back and forth 10 times, but we saw someone get a pineapple delivered. So she ended up getting, essentially it was fajitas inside half a pineapple. And y'all, it was so good. She's also diabetic. So like she was able to eat that and not have the tortillas with it. So it was just like way better protein wise for her than other things. And she didn't have all the carbs from everything else. So like, but it was really good. Jen says sandwiches tonight over here. I don't feel like cooking. I feel that too. We are going to have turkey chili because that is our last HelloFresh meal for the week. And also, it is really freaking cold here today. We were like 24. I think we have a low of 17 there and crazy wind chill. So like we're actually being advised to, you know, make sure that our basements and stuff are prepared for freezing pipes and all that. So it's cold here. So I'm real happy that we have a chili. Fajitas and a pineapple. Wow, never heard that. Me neither. But it was like, we saw a girl get it and we were like, what is that thing? And it literally was half a pineapple that they scooped out. And then it had chicken, shrimp, and steak in it. And then cheese and not sour cream, because it came with like the usual like lettuce, sour cream on the side. But I know it had a bunch of cheese. I know it had peppers and onions. And then obviously there was pineapple in it. It was really, really good. So hello, Joanne. Welcome in. We are showing off the new Cupcake Polish Apres ski collection. It launches January 23rd. This is the second one. Okay, we're going to magnet this so we can see that green base. Yes. Okay, so we're our pretty like minty green base, and then it has a glowing green shimmer in there. And then of course that silver magnetic pigment. Now we're not hollow, but I do think the flash just makes it sparkle. Oh, look at the shimmer back there. This is so pretty. I bet this is going to be gorgeous velvet. Oh, okay. Very excited for these, y'all. Next, that box opened so easily. Ooh, okay. I can't tell if we're a peach base or a pink base. We're going to find out. This is LOUD Luxe. All right, so I am going to magnet it just so we can see what color that base is. Hello, Becky. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm going with a peach base. It could be a gray base with an orangey copper shimmer. Again, y'all, I don't have descriptions for these. I don't have pricing. All I know is they come out January 23rd. But again, it has that beautiful, beautiful silver shimmer magnetic pigment in it. I'm going to grab the flash so we can see the glow. Yes. Oh, it's so pretty. I really can't tell what that base is. We'll find out when we get it out of the bottle, I'm sure. But it's so glowy. Gorgeous. Frida says we're having bacon sandwiches. That figure sounds good. That just sounds good. Like bacon sandwiches sound delicious. I like bacon, y'all. I'm not going to say I'm not the biggest fan, but I like bacon. But I like bacon when it's supposed to be bacon. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't do a bacon burger because I feel like bacon takes over. Oh, she said we're having bacon sandwiches, but the fajita sounds good. Yes, it was so good, y'all. Yeah, I don't love bacon on stuff because I feel like a lot of times bacon takes over the flavor. But like a bacon, so is it like a BLT? Give me a good BLT any day because like that's what it's there for. But I just like bacon. Like sometimes Kevin will cook. We had bacon jalapeno mac and cheese the other night, and he like while he's cooking he'll just like bring me a chunk of bacon, and that I'm cool with. Sometimes I feel like bacon with things just overcrowds or overshines the dish. So Melissa says we're having stuffed shells. That sounds yummy too. Crystal, that's pretty too. I don't have any cupcake polishes. Jill told me just yesterday if I want linear hollows, I need to go cupcake polish. Yes, cupcake polish makes stunning hollows and sparkles in general. Yes, she has some beautiful stuff. I picked up quite a few at PVE. Like I think her and Victorian Varnish got most of my money at PVE, or at least they got I bought the highest quantity of their polishes, but she does make gorgeous, gorgeous hollows. So yeah, definitely check her out. And these magnetics are already stunning. So here is the fourth one, and we are definitely purple here. There's no questions. Jen says she totally agrees with Jill about the hollows from Cupcake Polish. Totally. And Jess says, yes, Crystal, and there's pink, and you must have a pink glitter hollow. Let me remember it. Okay. Crystal, I'll have to go look. Jess, which one? Mr. Mint. Yes. Everyone loves Mr. Mint. Who just posted about it tonight? I think Jess, the other Jess, Jessica Polish Jess. I think she just posted about it in Cupcake Polishes. Mr. Mint, I have that one. I picked it up, I think, last year at PVE, and it's stunning. Crystal's okay. Polish says, is Lizmo still here? And yes, this was right. I don't know. Let's see. Is Lizmo still in here? Nope. She's probably back swatching. All right. So purple, we are very clearly a purple. Let's pull that magnetic pigment so we can see that purple base. Ooh. All right, there we go. Yes. And again, we have a purple glow to it. And then you have that silver, which I don't know if you guys can see the second line, but it almost has like a blue shadow to the silver magnetic. Again, another stunner. And then with the flash, so you can see the glow on that even more, and the sparkle. These are so pretty. They're very like frosty, icy, which I love, and I'm sure that's completely what Sarah was going for. Gorgeous. All right. Crystal says Mr. Mint goes to the list. You won't be sorry. It's so good, Crystal. Jen says, I saw that post. I have it, and it's a must-have. Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just as the bottle swatch photos, you know, Justice must be a Manny to appreciate. Yes, I agree with that too. Which I was just about to say, I think I have my bottle at hand, and I don't know. Now I'm like, now I want to pull up Justice post because I just saw it in Cupcake Polishe's group. It's like the first, yeah. Okay. Look at this, guys. First of all, her little ghosties are so cute. But it's like, she like hot pink hollow. It's so good, y'all. And of course, Justice swatches are beautiful. But it is a gorgeous polish. I know I have it, but it will probably take me forever to go grab it. So I would definitely check it out, Crystal, for sure. Okay, and then the last one here is a pink. Look at that. This is Fireside Flirt. I don't think I told you the purple one's name. It's Midnight Chalet. I don't think I said that. Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that it was purple. This one is Fireside Flirt, and we are a pink for sure. And then, of course, if we move that magnetic pigment all to the center, we're going to see the shimmer in this one even better. Ooh, look at it right there. Look at that glow on it. Yes, it's gorgeous. And then, of course, you got your sparkle in there, too. This whole collection is so cute. I will show you them all in the bottle next to each other because they just go beautifully together. Jen says, I believe it has micro squares, too. Oh, I don't know about that. You have me... Give it 2 seconds. If it's not in this one spot, I will give up. But I thought I bought it at PBE last year, and now y'all got me thinking I bought it at PBE this year. Nope, that's Sparkle Soul. Alright, nope. I must have bought it at PBE last year, so it's in a drawer somewhere. I don't know where, so but it is really cute. And I don't know if it has micro squares, but you have me curious if it does. I don't think I saw them in that swatch. I don't think so. It just looks like hollow. Oh no, y'all. It's cute. Definitely check it out, Crystal. And like Jess said, swatch photos do like make it look better. So I would go to the Cupcake Polish Love Facebook group. I think that's what it's called. I was just in there. But Cupcake Nail Polish Lovers, and just search Mr. Mint in there because everyone has it. It's that good, and you'll see better swatches of it. Not better. Not that Justice wasn't better, but you can go see it. Not on my phone. So, all right, let's flip y'all around. We're gonna get at this. I'm gonna get a drink first, though. Mighty Forge says Crazy Mod Love is also amazing. A berry pink hollow. And she says, okay, I'll join after live. Good, good, good. Yes, you will not be sorry. Cupcake makes gorgeous stuff. Not that I'm enabling or anything, but... All right, flipping y'all around. Scooching you down a little bit so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Here is tonight's Post-it. Again, I don't have a lot of information for you guys. I just know they come out on January 23rd and that it's a 5-piece collection. I don't have prices. I apologize. I don't have official descriptions either. I do feel like they're fairly self-explanatory at least, so that helps. But here is the full 5-piece set. So clearly we have a pink, a purple. I think this is gold. I think I called it orange earlier, but it definitely looks more like a neutrally gold color. And then we've got our green and our blue, and they're so pretty. And I wonder, can we magnetize them? Nope. Trying to magnetize one, unmagnetizes the other. All right, so we'll get into actual swatches, but aren't they so pretty? Jen says she has another iconic berry shade. Cannot remember the name right now. Yeah, I have no clue. I just know what I have used, and I don't remember the names because I write them down. So, okay, let's get into swatching these babies, and I am just going to do them the way we open them because that's how I have them here, and again, I don't have information. All right, so tonight... I have never done, I don't believe I've done 5 magnetics at the same time. So we're gonna do this a little bit different. We're gonna use a glamour gear, and I'm gonna do 3 bars and 2 at the same time, and then we'll do 2 velvets, and then I'll do the other velvets off screen in other gears, so that way I'm not bumping stuff around. But you will see all of the bar magnets done on screen, and then of course we'll go through and show first coats and second coats. But I just think this is gonna fit better. So I'm gonna zoom y'all in so you can actually see the glamour gear and see what's happening. And we're gonna go for it. I got my little ice cube stampers I use to hold my swatch sticks up. Ooh, sorry, I bumped y'all good. Jen says, very good looking, I think. Ooh, that does sound familiar, Jen. So, it sounds right. Okay. I'm not gonna, normally I lay all my swatch sticks out and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that because we're just gonna get into it here. So I see no point in doing that part of things. But yeah, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be very interesting, y'all. Bear with me while I try and balance 5 magnetics at one time. Oh, I also forgot to turn on my air filter. All right. Took a screenshot of all the names. Yeah, you're so smart, Crystal. I would not have thought to do that. Maria says, I have to check that one out too. Yeah, y'all, they're all so good. So, all right, let's get into, Jen says, Mighty Forge, please do. It's fantastic. All right, let's get into Alpine Glow. And this one is our blue base. It looks like it's a like cornflower-y blue base. And then it has an intense blue shimmer to it. And then a silver magnetic pigment in here. Again, these are all self-described. I do not have official descriptions, but you will find all of that on the website / I'm sure Cupcake Polish is going to start posting swatches soon, since these do come out on January 23rd. And y'all, I cannot believe we are over halfway through this month already. Like, where did January go? All right, let's get a swatch on our swatch stick. We're going to do the bar magnet first, then we'll do a velvet, just the same as we always do. I'm very excited for these, y'all. They're so pretty. I will also show them to you unmagnetized, because you know I don't think you have to magnetize every magnetic polish. Here it is unmagnetized. It's so frosty and gorgeous. And then I'm going to pop it down here on our bar magnet. Yes, look at that line already going. And then we're going to do a second swatch stick for our velvet. Speaking of not magnetizing, this is a unmagnetized magnet. Like, look at how gorgeous it is magnetic, magnetized, whatever. And then on its own, it's still pretty and like shifty. And then the glass bead effect, absolutely beautiful. Again, this one is Medusa from LOUD Babbs. It just released from their When the Night Remembers collection. I'm obsessed with this one. I actually purposely did this one last today so I could wear it a little bit longer. Not that the others aren't gorgeous either, but y'all know I love green. Jen says, so icy. Yes, it really is. It's very frosty. It's very fitting for today because it has been so cold. We had snow off and on today, mostly just some heavy flurries, no accumulation or anything, but it is cold and windy and gross here. And swatching today was awful. Going outside in that just, oh, y'all, it was so cold. I took the fastest swatch photos I think I've ever taken in my life because it was so cold out there. All right, so that was our first coats of Alpine Glow. We're going to let that set so our magnetic line can set, and we're going to go into first coats of the rest. So this one is Lift Ticket. This one is a gorgeous green base. Grab our magnetic. Jen says, or Jess says, ew. Yeah, no, it was terrible. This is the only time I swatched in a sweatshirt because I was worried about going outside with no sleeves on. It was hot in my office, but it was worth it to not completely freeze to death. All right, so we definitely have a green base. We have a green shimmer, and then we have that silver magnetic as well. And I feel like if you see just at the edge, I feel like it's getting a blue to that shimmer too, like we're a green blue shifty almost. I'm going to just hold this here to keep the pigment out of the way. Yeah, I'm seeing a blue at the edge of that shimmer. Let's see what it looks like out of the bottle. Also, y'all, I numbered my swatch sticks. I have like 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, number 3s. So that way when I go to grab velvets, I don't confuse things since I'm going to have some off screen. I was like, I need to figure out how to do this where I'm not going to mess stuff up. Just in case. I knew they were magnetics. I didn't know what they were going to look like. I didn't know if anything was going to be too similar to each other or anything. So I was like, I need to try and prepare. There is a fuzzy on here. We're just going to pretend it's not there. Here it is, unmagnetized really quickly. Y'all, it's gorgeous. Also, I don't know if you can tell the opacity level on these yet, but like, it's there. It's very opaque. All right, this is also going to be the first time that I'm going to do 3 on here. I've never done 3 on one side, but that is what we're going to do. All right, let's do our velvet coat of Lift Ticket. Crystal says, ooh, I like that. Me too. I love this green shade. I feel like these are obviously perfect for winter. Here it is, unmagnetized again really quick. But like, I'm also feeling the vibes for like spring. And because you can do velvet or non-velvet or leave it on its own, I feel like these would be just good year round, which I love. I also feel like this green would be good for Christmas. So there was our first coat of Lift Ticket. Next, we're going to go into Lodge Luxe. Jen says, just to confirm, Foxy, it was very good looking. I was thinking of, just checked. Okay, cool. So it was very good looking, which I believe is the name that you said, Jen. So you had your names. You did it. Oh, y'all, I'm getting too excited. I'm getting right into it. We're not even looking at the bottle. All right. So, I'm going to call this like an orangey champagne-y gold base. Y'all, I don't really know. It's almost a neutral, but then it has this like orange golden shimmer. You can see that it goes almost yellow at the edge. Jen says, I did it, Chuckle, yay. You did do it. And then of course that gorgeous silver magnetic in there. Yeah, I'm really not sure of what to call this base. So let's get it out of the bottle and see if we get any better descriptions here. Again, this is Lodge Luxe. Hello, Blue Minx. Welcome in. Or it's probably not Minx. It's just probably Blue MX. Hi, Blue. Welcome. Jen says champagne is a great description. Yeah, because it's like not quite gold, but it's not really orange. It's kind of almost neutral. So I'm feeling like champagne-y. That's what I'm going with. All right, here it is, unmagnetized really quickly. Oh, y'all, that shimmer is so pretty. All right, let's get this down on here. Again, this is the first time I've ever done 3 on there, but look at that. They fit beautifully. So another big kudos to these glamour gears, y'all. They are making my swatch life so much easier. Okay, so let's do our velvet, which I am going to put into another cog just off to the side because clearly there's not room. Because you want your magnetic balance here, if I were to scoot these over to fit 2 more, then it would lean towards one magnet or the other and you wouldn't get the velvet. So I will still be doing velvet ones. They're just going to be off camera in other gears. I'm also very glad I now have 4 gears so I can do that. But I do want you to be able to see the bar front and foremost on camera. So here it is. Unmagnetized again. It's so pretty. There is now polish on my finger. We're an official live. Beautiful. All right, I have that set off to the side in a gear. That was first coats painted on of Lodge Luxe. Now we're going to go into our purple, which is Midnight Chalet. Jen says, I need more gears. I have 1. I picked up this one. This was PBE this year. I got the blue one when they first released. I made sure to snag one up. And then I bought the 2 Christmas colors this year. There's the blue and the silver and the red and green. And I just like them. And my OCD said we need to collect the set. So we did. Okay, so here's our purple, which again, you can see almost a pink at the edge of that. So it looks like we're a purple base with a purple to pink kind of shifting shimmer. And then of course our silver magnetic, which hates the air bubble. Yeah, honestly, I will probably buy every color gear she comes out with because I just like them. I think they're so fun. And they are practical. So although I will admit I don't use them for my physical swatching, I still just use my neodymium, or however we say it, magnet. That's just how I like my swatches. And then of course I have the horseshoe for the glass bead and velvet. So these I like for this purpose, but I really just haven't played with them any other way. I also like to hold my magnet above. That's just how I've been doing it forever, and old dogs new tricks kind of thing, you know. So I still just use my bar, but they are very handy. Here is it unmagnetized. So pretty. They are definitely handy if you struggle to hold a magnet above your hand, or if you just want to balance your finger on here. And I know a lot of people who do use them for actual nail use. I just have my ways. So, all right, there is our bar. Again, you can see that beautiful silver line instantly. And then I'm going to do our second stick for the velvet. I'm loving the vibes here. Like, all these colors together are so pretty. And the opacity on these is really nice for a magnetic on a clear swatch stick, y'all. Like, we're not one coaters, but we're almost one coaters, in my opinion. So I love that. It's really hard to find a one coat magnetic. Lizmo's back. She says it's a beautiful collection. It really is. Although I'm sure Lizmo has already swatched these too. She is not last minute like I am. Those were first coats of Midnight Chalet. And now we're getting into pink. So Lizmo's back just in time for the pink. We have Fireside Flirt. You're fine, Lizmo. She said, sorry, I had to shower. Well, I'm glad you showered. I bet Nick is glad you showered too. Okay, so again, I don't have official descriptions, y'all, but we are definitely a pink base. And then we have a pink to orange to maybe gold shimmer. You can see it at the very edge there. And then, of course, we have that beautiful silver pigment. Lizmo laughs and says, I love you. You know we love you. Stinky and all is. It's so pretty. Okay, let's get it on a swatch stick. So again, we're going to get our bar magnet there, and then I'll do the velvet off to the side because there's just not enough room on here. I need I need Tammy to make one with like quadrants this way too. I don't know. So I can do 4 at a time. Wouldn't that be cool? I could do like bar, and then velvets and velvets. I wonder if we can make that happen. I also really wish that these gears could connect together. It's kind of sad that they can't. But at the same time, the magnets just push them away from each other. So again, I understand that they don't, but how cool would that be? Here she is unmagnetized, very frosty, very sparkly. And then I'm going to set her down here to get that bar magnet. Yes. Oh, that line, y'all. So pretty. And then we're going to do our second one. Set it down on the velvet, and then we'll go through and look at them all. Magnetics are so fun. I personally love to wear them. Swatching takes a bit longer, obviously, because, you know, we have to let the magnet set. And then lives can be a little bit difficult because we got to let the paint dry. But I do love that the gear allows me to do so many at a time. So we can let, you know, them dry and then circle back. And I don't have to worry about that line disappearing or you guys not seeing as good as you should. So, all right, that was Fireside Flirt. Now let's go and look at them all. Jess says, the Hubs and the Mean Teen just got home from Comic-Con situation, so I gotta go. But these are beautiful. I appreciate you showing them, Chelsea. Mr. Mint, Crystal, don't forget. Yes, Crystal, don't forget Mr. Mint. Thanks for hanging out, Jess. Go have a good evening. I hope that your hubby and Mean Teen enjoyed Comic-Con. You'll have to send pictures. I'm curious if they dressed up or not and like what all they enjoyed while they were there. Crystal says, have a good weekend, Jess. I have it on screenshot. Thanks. Awesome. I love you guys. I love you all. Share your opinions and you're helpful with each other and that we all like, everyone's so supportive in here. It's so good. All right, let's go back and look at Alpine Glow. We did our first coats. Again, this is our blue. It's got an intense blue shimmer. And then you have that silver magnetic pigment in it. So again, y'all, this is one coat. Look at the opacity. This is not a light color under here, and you almost don't see it at all. So like, I wouldn't say these are one coaters because of them being a magnetic. I bet they're just slightly thin physically, like durability wise, but opacity, they're good in one. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. You are just in time. We are showing off Cupcake Polishe's new Apres ski collection launching January 23rd. It's 5-piece shimmer magnetic collection. This one here is our first coat of Alpine Glow. We've already done our first coats, but I haven't actually shown them. We've just painted them on and let them do their magnetic thing. So here's our first coat of Alpine Glow. Yes. With a bar magnet. Y'all, these are so pretty. I'm going to set it back down so we can continue to marinate, lock in that magnetic line. And then here is the first coat of velvet, which apparently I missed a spot, so we're going to ignore that. Here it is velvet. So again, you have all that beautiful silver pigment in the middle, and then that blue glowy shimmery base. Again, opacity, y'all, I'm not mad at one coat. I'm really not. It's very surprising to find a magnetic that's a one coater. So pretty. And then of course you've got that gorgeous blue shimmer that really comes through at the sides. Love it. Let's paint our second coat and then we'll move on to the next one. So again, these can set as we go. So Alpine Glow, let's do our second coat. We'll do label shots after we set our second coat. But let's go ahead and paint it on. So second coat with the bar magnet. Again, unmagnetized, absolutely beautiful. I feel like you get that shimmer glow a bit more. It's kind of like an aqua to a deeper blue, and I think it shows just a little bit more unmagnetized. And then let's do our second coat for velvet. Hello, Zenaquin, welcome in. We are showing off some new Cupcake polishes. Here it is, again, unmagnetized, 2 coats. I'm gonna pop her down in the velvet area and let it set. So this is the new Apres Ski collection. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, y'all. It comes out January 23rd on Cupcake Polish's website. I don't have prices or descriptions for y'all, so everything is self-described, but I feel like I'm doing an okay job at that because they're not the most complicated. Like this one here is our lift ticket. We've done 1 coat. This is it, 1 coat with a bar magnet. So we have a green base and it's got a green shimmer to it. I think it's a green to maybe aqua shimmer. And then of course you have a silver magnetic pigment that pulls to that beautiful silver line. Again, opacity, y'all. I'm really happy with the opacity of this. Like 1 coat on a clear stick, it shocks me. Jen says, you do great with describing. Thanks, Jen. I feel like I'm starting to get it lately until they start coming out with new things. Like Colors de Carol has had like iridescent hollow glitters and candy flakies, and she's got some new stuff, y'all, that I just don't know exists yet, but I feel like I'm starting to get some of it down. So that was our first coat of lift ticket with a bar magnet. All right, and here it is velvet in 1 coat, and then we'll paint on our second coat. Again, that silver magnetic really comes out on the velvet. I'm hoping I can get a really nice strong circle with the glass bead on these. For some reason, I think it's because my index is so short lately. I feel like my index glass bead is okay, but my thumb comes out better in my opinion. Also, these are matted, which then, you know, kind of blows it out a little bit more. But like, I just feel like these are going to be so pretty with the glass bead to get all that silver there concentrated in the middle. These are so pretty. I love this green. Let's do our second coat of it. So again, this one is lift ticket. Let's do our second coat here. Such a pretty green. It's so frosty. All right, again, unmagnetized really quick because you don't have to magnetize a magnetic polish. Jen says, I also have glass bead issues with my nubs. Yeah, I think there's just not quite enough surface area for it to really get in there. I mean, I can see it, it's there, but it just doesn't look, honestly, to me, it's not much different than the unmagnetized. Like it is a little, but it's not as much. But the thumb just gets better, and I think it's just because it has more surface area, but I don't know. All right, let's do our second coat on our velvet here. Again, unmagnetized. Y'all, these are just so pretty. Like if you bought this whole collection to not magnetize, I think you'd still be so happy with them. They're beautiful. I think these are gonna look very like satiny and icy when they're matted, so I'm excited to do the matte swatches of these. But yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous collection. Jen says, exactly, it's more velvet like. Yeah, it just doesn't have this the thing. And also Laura showed me, if you take, y'all, this is my contraption. This is an electronic one that Laura's husband made. So if you take your ring magnet and stick it on the horseshoe before you spin it for a glass bead, it concentrates it more. So like that helps, and you can get more of a circle. But even then, right now, because my nails are so short, I feel like I get the circle better on my thumb than on my index. Okay, I'm gonna zoom y'all back in so you can see our swatches. Ooh, boom. All right, we really zoomed in there, didn't we? Okay, cool. Lizmo says, agree to, they're beautiful unmagnetized as well. Yes, they're so pretty unmagnetized. So like if you are scared of magnetics, or you don't got the time for magnetics, or you just don't want to deal with them, this whole collection is stunning unmagnetized. Let's go into our LOUD Luxe next. Again, self-described as a champagne base, and then it has a red orangey copper shimmer, if you will, and then of course our silver magnetic. There you can see the shimmer better, and then it has that silver pull. Let's do our second coat on our bar magnet here. This is a very like neutrally base. I feel like this would be a beautiful wedding mani. Ugh, it's so pretty. Okay, and then magnetize, get her down there. Yes. I love watching the line. I love just watching it like right there into the middle, you know. So fun. You cannot tell me that magnetic polishes aren't magic. They're up there with thermals. They are pure magic. All right, let's do our second coat on the velvet. They're just a blast. They are very much distracted while driving polishes though, so you have to be careful, or maybe it's just my ADD, but I do have a tendency to be like, oh, look at that magnet shift, and not pay attention to what I'm doing. So don't be me, pay attention when you're driving. All right, so that was second coats of LOUD Luxe. And then let's look at, did I show you that one unmagnetized? I did that the other day too. I showed it unmagnetized, but did I show you guys the first coats of that before I painted the second coats? I don't think I did. I did that the other night too. So I'm going to make sure I show you this one before we do our second coat. Here's Midnight Chalet in the first coat. Y'all, I got so ahead of myself again. All right, Midnight Chalet. I feel like Midnight Chalet is a little bit thinner than the others in the one coat. I don't think it'll be a problem in the two coat. I wish I had remembered to show y'all the champagne, the LOUD Luxe in its first coat, because I feel like that one might have been a little bit thinner too, just because of the color that it is. But it's not bad in one coat. I definitely think you'll still want two coats. But I totally forgot to show you that one. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just like on a roll with paint and swatches. So here it is, Midnight Chalet in one coat with a bar. And then the velvet, whoa, hello. All right, velvet is just off to y'all, I'm making a hot mess here. Okay, velvet's just off the screen here. Hello, Tiana. We are showing off Cupcake Polish's new Apres ski collection, which launches January 23rd. Here is first coat of Midnight Chalet Velvet. I really like this one, Velvet. I feel like you get more of the, obviously you get more of the magnetic pigment, but then you can see the shimmer better because you kind of get those like angles where all the pigment is in the center. So you see that beautiful purple pink shimmer to it. Okay, let's paint our second coat now that I showed you the first coat. Again, this one is Midnight Chalet. So let's go with our second coat on our bar magnet. All right, here it is again, unmagnetized, absolutely gorgeous. Which I do now leave my pinky unmagnetized in my magnetic swatches. So if you ever wonder what a polish looks like on its own, I've been doing the pinky unmagnetized, a bar on the ring and index nails, and then a ring and middle nail. And then I've been doing the index and thumb with the glass bead method, just because I'm really into that right now. Here is our second coat for our velvet swatch. Again, unmagnetized really quickly so you can see it. I'm gonna set that off into the cog out of the sight of the camera. There's just not enough room here. But yeah, I've been doing it all. So you have like unmagnetized, and then a bar magnet, and then glass bead and glass bead on my thumb. So that way you can see it in all kinds of forms. And of course we do shiny and matte here. So all right, now we're gonna go into the fifth and final, which is Fireside Flirt. here is the first coat with a bar magnet. Again, I'm okay with the opacity of this one. It is slightly thinner than the others, but it's decent in one coat. And of course you have that beautiful silver magnetic line in there. This one's very Glinda-esque. Super sparkly. And then our velvet one is over here. Here's our first coat, velvet. I feel like you can see this one velvet, but I think the second coat's going to show that way better, as it usually does with the velvet. Again, opacity is better on the velvet because of how the pigment pulls, but still definitely needs a second coat, which we're going to do right now. All right, so second coats of Fireside Flirt, which again, this one is our pink base. And then it has, again, self-described a pinky to orange shimmer in it. And then the silver magnetic line. All right, second coat's going on here. Whoa, y'all. Okay. I tried to do that without looking through the camera. That was a bad idea. All right, here we go. Second coat, Fireside Flirt. I love that name, by the way. Super cute. Here it is, unmagnetized. It's very like Barbie queen here, unmagnetized. Super cute. And then can we get it to stick? Okay, got it. Cool. And then we'll do the second coat on our velvet, and we'll go through and look at second coats of everything, and I'll give y'all screenshots. All right, there is our second coat for the velvet. Again, unmagnetized really quick because you don't have to magnetize a magnetic polish. Do what you want. No one can stop you. All right, let's go through and look at our second coats, and we will do screenshots. So Alpine Glow was our first one. This is our blue base with a blue to deeper blue. It looks like shimmer, and then you have that silver magnetic pigment in there. So here is our second coats with the bar magnets. Melissa says, this is a really pretty collection. It reminds me of Soft Spring. Yes, I get the skiing vibes here because they're very, hello, Aeronaut. Oh, I'm sure I butchered that. I apologize. Angela, welcome in. We are showing off Cupcake Polishe's new Apres ski collection. It's a 5-piece magnetic shimmer collection. It drops January 23rd. This one here is 2 coats of Alpine Glow with a bar magnet. Yes, Melissa, I see the skiing vibes because they're very icy and kind of snowy, but I do feel that they're like soft pastel-y almost, that they're perfect for spring as well. And I feel like the shimmer is coming through here. You have more of that light blue to dark blue at the edges on the shimmer. And then, of course, our magnetic line there in the middle. Opacity, totally good in 2. This one was okay in 1, honestly. But 2 really just intensified it. Love it. So that's the bar magnet. And then I'll grab our velvet swatch here. Here it is, velvet. So you just really see all that beautiful silver magnetic pigment pulled to the middle. And then you have your sides that are deeper, and you can see again that shimmer just pulls through more on the second coat. Liz says, gotta go, have fun. I'm gonna DM you later, Chelsea. Yes, ma'am. Send me a message. We will chat. Oh, enjoy your evening. Say hi to Nick. Absolutely beautiful. Again, no questions about the opacity in 2 here. Gorgeous. Let me get you a label shot. I'm gonna see if I can do it without zooming out, but I think we're probably gonna have to zoom out because we are real close and personal tonight, trying to fit all these in here. All right, maybe I think we have to zoom out a little bit. I don't think it's gonna focus properly. All right, here's Alpine Glow. You have your velvet on top and your bar magnet on bottom. I wish they were not so far apart. I'm trying not to stick them together either, y'all. I'm just being nitpicky tonight. All right, velvet on top, bar magnet on bottom. And of course, these are going to be stunning with a glossy top coat on top of them. Beautiful. And I don't know why, but I always put my swatches back down so they can continue to like cure. I don't know why I don't do anything else with these swatch sticks afterwards, but I feel like I have to. I don't know, y'all. It's what my brain says. All right, now we're going into our gorgeous green. This is Lift Ticket. Again, it is a green base with a green to, it looks like blue or aqua shimmer, and then it has the silver magnetic pigment and 2 coats here with a bar magnet. I really love this one. Y'all know I love a green polish. This one is up there. It's very like subtle emerald. Like it's not super deep enough to really be emerald, but it's got a little bit of a pale to it. It's jewel toned, very lovely. Very, like this whole collection is kind of jewel tone Regal-esque too. Very pretty. And then we'll grab our velvet from over here on the side. Here's 2 swatches. Velvet. Again, you have all that beautiful silver pigment in the middle, and then you get that nice juicy green base. Love it. Opacity, totally good in 2 coats. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me zoom you back out. We'll do a screenshot of this one. All right, label shots. You've got Lift Ticket. Oh, that sticker just moved. I don't know if y'all saw that. All right, Lift Ticket. You got velvet on top, bar magnet on bottom, 2 coats. All right. Y'all, we are bumping into everything here. And by we, I mean me. All right, next we're going to go into LOUD Luxe, which is our champagne-y kind of base with a golden orangey shimmer, and then our silver magnetic. Here is 2 coats with our bar magnets. This is really lovely. It is a very subtle shade. I think this would be great for a wedding manicure, or if you have a more structured workplace that doesn't allow you to wear crazy colors. This gets you that fun glamour kind of pop, but it still stays neutral. Definitely opaque in 2 coats. That silver magnet line is gorgeous in there. It really glows against this one. And then our velvet, which is off screen. Hello, stay. Okay. Our velvet is just over here. Here it is, velvet. Beautiful. Look at that silver pigment pop against there. Again, opacity in 2. This one, because of the way the silver moves, has a little bit more glamour to it than the bar magnet did. So again, if you want kind of a neutral E-tone, it's not going to draw a lot of attention, but then has a bit of a pop and pizzazz to it, the velvet technique definitely gets you there. You can see that beautiful coppery orangey glow to it. Another super, super lovely one. Again, we'll get label shots here for those who like to screenshot. So here is 2 coats of LOUD Luxe. You've got the velvet on top and the bar on bottom. Jen says, this is my favorite. It's very pretty. I am not typically a neutrally polished person. I'm just not drawn to it, but I just think this is so pretty. I'm actually attending a black tie optional wedding in March, and I feel like if I wanted to go subtle, this would be a nice way to do it. Y'all know I probably won't. We're gonna have the rainbow hair. We'll probably have bright nails. I don't really care, but if I wanted to, I feel like this would be a nice, it's just a fun, pretty glamour kind of polish for the event. All right. So again, that was LOUD Luxe. And then next we're going to look at our Midnight Chalet, which is the beautiful purple. Here it is, 2 coats of the bar magnet. I feel like this base really just comes out the most once it's magnetized. You really see that purple and that gorgeous, gorgeous glow to it. And the silver pops against it. Again, very regal, very glamorous. Opacity and 2 looks good to me. It does look, we're on a clear swatch stick, so that's having an effect. So if you wear clear extensions, that might be an issue for you. But I think even if you had a strong visible nail line, I think 2 coats would be okay in this one. Super pretty. And then again, grabbing our velvet, which is just off the camera over here. Jen says, I am not a neutral fan either, actually, but this and Colors to Carol's new off-white silver one are just calling me. Oh, yes. That new Colors to Carol, oh, y'all, it's from the Written in Petals collection. I just posted it. What is it called? Y'all, it's so pretty. Of course, my phone won't unlock, and I've already put it in my to keep swatch box. That one definitely went in the keeping box. It is called Softly Yours, and it is beautiful. Oh, look at Jen. Jinx. Yes, you are correct. It is called Softly Yours. So if anybody wants to check that out, it is probably 7 swatches or so back on my page. Or I did do a live on it the other night. It is the Colors to Carol's live. It's the Written in Petals collection and the Soft Reset, I believe, Crowley's is what it's labeled as. All right, here is our second coat of Midnight Chalet in the Velvet Technique. This one really makes that silver magnetic shine, and then it makes that purple just a bit more of a subtle base. So it's kind of like, you know, if you want to show off the purple, bar magnet's the way to go. If you want to show off the magnetic, the velvet really shows. It would be kind of cool if you did like all bar with one velvet or vice versa, so you have like an accent nail. Opacity is good and 2 with the velvet, because really all that silver just pops there in the middle. And then you get that gorgeous purple with the shimmer. It's really pretty, y'all. And the label shot, which I almost forgot. Not even gonna lie, I started to set that down. I was like, wait, do the things. All right, here is our 2 coats of Midnight Chalet. I feel like this one you really can tell the difference between the velvet and the bar magnet. So velvet on top, bar magnet on bottom. And I apparently can't keep them still. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to go into our pink, which is Fireside Flirt. So our second coat of Fireside Flirt with the bar magnet here. Again, I'm getting Barbie vibes, Glinda vibes. Anything that is pink and sparkly goes with this one. This, to me, this is iconic Sarah of Cupcake Polish. She is a pink, beautiful cupcake, and I love it. And this just makes me think of her. Y'all, she wore the cutest pink dress to Polish and Beauty Expo last summer. And this, I think this would be a perfect match for that dress. I love this. It's super duper cute. Absolutely beautiful. Again, opacity, good in 2 coats. I feel like you get the icy vibes with this one a lot, just the way that that silver magnetic sits on top of the pink. And then let's look at our velvet. There it is. Again, all that silver just pulls right into the middle. And then you get the pink at the angles with its glow to it. Super opaque in 2 coats, no questions. It's kind of a deeper berry shade. It's not like hot pink. It's got a little hint of red tone to it, in my opinion. Super frosty. I think these are all going to be stunning with shiny top coats, so they really sparkle. And then matte, I think, is just going to give such a beautiful satin finish to it. So I'm excited to do my matte swatches with these. I love a good matte mani. Let's get you a label shot. All right, Fireside Flirt. Rosy, Jen says. Yes, Rosy is a good description. All right, so you've got velvet on top, bar magnet on bottom. I say that and then I question myself. No, I flipped them this time. I'm sorry. All right, bar on top, velvet on bottom. Sorry, y'all. Definitely a floral type pink. Yes, I totally agree with that. All right, so 2 coats, bar magnet on top, velvet on bottom. Very lovely. This collection is absolutely gorgeous. I'm like trying to figure out how to give y'all a screenshot. Okay, let's do the things. I'm gonna pull everything off. Everybody out of the pool, please. Thank you. Somehow I only have 4 bar swatches here in front of me. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cleaning all the things off. I think this is the first time I have done a strictly all magnetic collection. Like, that is new to me and interesting. Now, I will say I don't have them in order of how we actually did them because I just grabbed them. I just grabbed colors, not matching them to each other here. So I apologize if the colors don't exactly match in the order we showed in the thing. All right, let me zoom you out so you can, if anybody again wants to screenshot. So here is the entire Apres collection in 2 coats. You've got all your bar magnets on top, your velvet on bottom. Again, it releases January 23rd on Cupcake Polishe's website. I do not have a time or pricing, but keep an eye on Cupcake's Instagram here or join the Cupcake Nail Polish Lovers, I think that's what it's called, Facebook group, because I know Sarah will also be posting in there, as well as all the beautiful swatchers will have their swatches up soon. But January 23rd is when you can nab this gorgeous, gorgeous collection, y'all. They're so pretty. If you love magnetics, these are like so great. Even if you, excuse me, if you don't love magnetics, you saw, hopefully, if you watched the whole video, that they're absolutely stunning unmagnetized as well. So just a super, super fun collection, perfect for wintertime or year round. Cool. I'm gonna flip you guys around. We'll chat for a second and then I will let you go. I appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out with me on this Saturday, because we have determined it is in fact a Saturday. Yes, this collection is absolutely stunning. Once again, here they are all together. They just pair so well. They play so well together. You could do a 5-fingered Skittles. You could do mix and matching. Every single color just goes together. And of course, like I said, you don't have to magnetize these. I'm a firm believer in doing whatever you want with nail polish. So if you're just like me and you're feeling lazy and you're like, you know what, I ain't doing it today, they're absolutely stunning unmagnetized. And then of course you get that extra pizzazz when you do it. So lots of options here. They all just mix and match so well. Huge thank you to Sarah of Cupcake Polish for sending me these to show off to all of y'all. And thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out with me and watching these. If you do watch the replay here or over on YouTube, leave me a comment. Are you a snow lover? Are you not a snow lover? These are very much icy vibes. Y'all, I hate the snow. It is not fun. It's pretty one time and then I'm out. I prefer to be warm. That's me. So yeah, leave me a comment here or on Instagram. This is Instagram, or on YouTube so we can chat. I do respond to every comment. And again, I'm going to try and put the names of the polishes that I am currently wearing in the descriptions so that y'all have those too. So if you've ever been curious what's on my nails during a live from here to the future, I'm going to try and remember to put that in the description. I guess I'll put that here too. I definitely was thinking on YouTube, but I should put it in both because why not? So again, thanks for hanging out. Crystal says, thanks Chelsea, everyone for the suggestions. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Crystal, for hanging out. Go enjoy your fajitas and your family time. Jen says, good night, y'all. Love, love. Bye, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.